Greetings, dumelang, ke nna Amogelang Mokonoto. I'm a visual artist, illustrator, and crafter. This is an initiative called Healer of the World in collaboration with Peculiar and the National Arts Council. So, Healer of the World aims at encouraging, empowering, and uplifting each other through the use of visual art. So it is very important for our emotional, our psychological, and our spiritual well-being. So this is how we are doing it as Healer of the World. So in today's class, we're going to be focusing on the basics of drawing. So with the basics of drawing, we need to understand the kind of equipment that we need. So what we need is a piece of paper. I have a white A4 paper here. I have my pencil sharpened, I have my rubber and my sharpener. So with the basics of drawing, we're going to be focusing on lines and shapes. So with lines, we're just going to start off with a straight line. So we're going to start off from point A to point B. And what we need to achieve is starting from point A to point B once off without having to stop. This is how you can actually achieve a straight line. So from A, you go straight and you go to B. You get your vertical, you get your horizontal, you get your diagonal, which can go either way. You can also play around with your lines by going zigzag with it as well. What you can also do is create different kinds of designs using your lines as well. So what you can also achieve are these wavy lines as well that are softer than the zigzags. You also get your spirals. So how I've come to understand the use of line work is that it forms the basis of drawing for all art forms. Even if you want to maybe draw a face, you're going to have to use a line. It can be soft, it can be hard. So with the shapes we look at the basic ones like your circles, your triangles, your squares, your rectangles, and so forth. So what you can do with this is that you can combine both the lines and the shapes to create an image. So for an easy exercise that will kickstart us having to use lines and shapes, let's draw 30 objects that we can think of from the top of our minds that are formulated from the use of lines and shapes. So naturally for me, circle is the first one. I'm also going to draw a heart. Now that we have drawn all the 30 objects, you will realize when you also get to the part of doing this exercise that it's a mental exercise. It stimulates you to think thoroughly about the things that we normally say we know. So delving into our minds and just digging out all the things that we know is also nice because we get to know what we are mostly aware of, or the things that are just at the quick of thought. So with the final exercise for this class, we are going to identify 2 objects that we are going to use to create an image out of it, like a final image that will just drive our creativity. So we're going to look at the shape, the object, and the use of lines to create the final one. this is my final product where I had used the chosen objects and the type of lines that have assisted me in creating this final product, which is a plant you used or created rather from sunflowers, leaves, curvy lines, and straightforward striking lines. So this is not about perfecting your art form or perfecting your image, but rather practicing and getting familiar with how you use your pencil and how you work around your lines and how you mix together different options and lines to create a final product. So with the end of the first class, I'd like to say thank you for watching, and I definitely look forward to the next one and just showing you how you can use colors in incorporating colors into your pictures through looking at the color blends, looking at the color wheel, looking at how we can actually breathe life into a picture through the use of colors. So I'd like to say thank you to Healer of the World, Peculiar, and National Arts Council until I see you again. Much love and stay safe.